Welcome back to another MobileSentrix tips and tricks. My name is Derek, and today I'm going to be showing you a few things that I've been getting a lot of questions about with regards to the notifications that come up when replacing components on an iPhone. Today I have an iPhone 11 that we're going to be doing a few repairs on. The requests that I'm getting are mainly, how do I get rid of the battery notification, the display notification, true tone, things like that. So I'm going to be walking you through a standard repair, something that you should be doing with regards to how to eliminate the battery notifications, bring back the health percentage in the settings, true tone on the display, and the display notification using an aftermarket display. Let's get into the video. Alright, got a phone here. This phone, when we go in and look at the battery health settings, we are set at 77%. And the screen has some really deep scratches in it, so they're wanting to replace it. Let me show you how we go about doing a standard screen battery without any notifications. As you can see, the only notification is we just need to set up the phone. We'll take out the bottom screws. Carefully lift on the screen, and we'll lift up the screen. So it looks really clean on the inside. Definitely the first one in here. Let's just remove the bracket for the display. And that pops away. We'll disconnect the proximity sensor flex and the display flexes. And then let's go and disconnect the battery as well. Now, it's not so important that you disconnect the battery before you disconnect stuff, but you definitely don't want it connected when you go to connect things up, because that's when things that can go wrong will go wrong, if they're going to go wrong. And we'll disconnect the battery. Let's see how successful we are with these pull tabs. Sometimes they just aren't as friendly as you'd like them to be. One successful. Two successful. Three successful. Three more to go. Womp womp. Alright, that one came out alright. That one did as well. It looks like we just had the one that didn't want to work with us. There we go. Alright, we're going to be using an iPhone 11 AQ7 display. Reason being, this right here, transferable IC chip. What's unique about this, we look at this chip right here, we just move it just a little bit, pull off this little piece of plastic. I'm just going to roll away this adhesive here. We have a place to put the original IC so that we don't have a display notification. Get out our programmer. We'll plug it in. We'll connect up our display. And we'll hit read. Dating read complete. We'll grab our new screen. Connect it. Hit write. Written complete. Perfect. For our battery, we're going to be using a core. This comes with a tag on flex that's pre-programmed. So when we pop this out, see we've got a sticker to wrap it up when we're done, a new lithium cell itself, tag on flex, a new plastic bracket, and new battery adhesive. So we'll take our battery, and remember this had, 77%. I'm going to peel off this sticker here. And then if we grab this sticker and pull on it, it'll roll out the BMS board for us. I'll set this sticker aside for later, and there we've got our BMS board. I'm going to fold out the anode and cathode. You can see where they're tacked onto the inside of that hinge. Alright, we'll get out a pair of ceramic scissors and we'll cut right here. And then on the other side. Just like that. Now you don't have to do this, but I like to when I can. I'll just pick off the old lead. It's just one less thing in the way. You can see a little bit of it left there. And when it comes to the new battery cell, it always comes with a little bit more than you need. So I'm gonna clip it off about this much. Should allow me to roll it up nicely into that gap there. Now I just need to tack it in place. For that, I'm going to get out a tack welder, connect up the two leads. If you're finding this useful and you'd like to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Back to the video. Now we've got those tack welded on there. What we'll do is we're going to fold that back up and inside, just like that. Now we'll pull off the sticker. Put this sticker back on there. And roll it back up in there. I'm going to take the original plastic piece, stick back on, and then to tie it all together, like that. Fold these little arms around, and then the same goes like this. Fold this over the back, wrap it nicely. Just like that. Take our tag on flex, connect it up. We'll fold the flex back like that. And there we go. Now we'll get out our battery adhesive. The shorter one goes up at the top. Those down. And then same with the bottom. Alright, so we've removed the proximity sensor. Now we just need to remove this IC. Got the dot down in this bottom corner. Let's go under a microscope and I'm going to show you how we pop this guy off. So this next part, pretty simple. I've got my hot air set at around 300 degrees Celsius and I've got a little scraping tool that will help me break up that underfill and slide under and break up the bond that the solder has to the flex. And it should pop off fairly quickly without much effort. And I don't really care about this display getting burnt because I'm replacing it. But you could isolate that cable if you needed to. Now adding some flux and some solder paste. This is a 138 solder paste really to help break up the underfill that's under there. I'm going to go over it with wick, brush, flux until all of the underfill is gone and all the solder is gone so that we can solder it on. As you can see, we'll add some flux to the flex cable here, spread it out. This is a pre-balled flex, which means I have an easier time getting this job done. We'll isolate the flex with a metal sheet so that we don't burn the display. Line up the flex with that dot in the bottom right corner in this orientation. I'm going to come in with my hot air around 300 degrees and you can see it snap into place, and we can look at the edge and see that it's nice and flush, that there is no gaps. Alright, so now we've got the chip on there after having removed it. Peel off the blue sticker here, put back our proximity sensor assembly, little metal bracket back on there, the back, all 4 screws. I would use this, except the factory adhesive is pretty much still 100% intact, so we're just gonna use it to peel off. Protector for the battery adhesive. And get the battery installed. Before we connect up the battery, of course, we need to connect the screen and the proximity sensor. Put back the brackets. Now we can connect the battery and put back the bracket for the battery. And this last screw that's always a little bit more awkward because it's located right there in the dumbest spot under the flex there. Now before we close this up, we are going to go straight to connecting a lightning cable, prompted to boot. We're hoping to see one notification pop up, which is the battery notification. If you want to see it, have a notification that it doesn't recognize the battery as genuine. Hopefully we don't see a display notification. Here we go. So we go in, battery health, battery, still thinking. There we go. Unable to verify. That's fine. And as we can see, we have no display message. It's just the important battery message. You can also see that we do have True Tone. So now what we're going to do is we'll power down the phone. And then we'll turn it back on. Apple logo. And hopefully when it comes back on, we can watch that notification disappear and the health be at 100%. There's our core. Tag on flex is still in there, and we'll go into the settings. Put a battery, it's thinking. You can see the important battery notification. Got our Apple symbol. Let's see it turn on. We want to see the notification disappear. Go in here, we see we've got our important battery message. If you want to see it disappear, go ahead and power off the device. Go ahead and disconnect the battery. Reconnect it. And then we're going to turn it back on. And what we hope to see when this comes all the way on is that notification disappear. The only notification that should be left is the still set up the phone. So let's go into the settings. See, we've got our important battery message. And there we go. Let's go into the battery. And now we're back at 100%. So that was weird. I had to go in and take out that bracket, but I guess sometimes that's what happens. Now you could leave the tag on flex in. You can take it out. It's up to you. A program like 3utools would be able to access the old data if you leave it out. Not that many of your average consumer is going to have a program like 3utools on their computer, but I'm just going to leave it in. But yeah, that's how you replace the battery. Change the percentage, no notification, True Tone display with no notification as well. So we've got 100% capacity. The only notification is that we need to finish setting it up, and we've got our True Tone. All right, now we can finally give it that nice click, turn it off, and put back the bottom screws, and we are done. So I know that might have seemed like a lot, because replacing a battery and replacing a screen could be a lot simpler. Once proficient, this really only adds maybe 10 minutes to the repair time. Nothing crazy, but it definitely has a better result in the end. No notifications, restoration of the battery percentage, True Tone, etc. If there are any tips and tricks that you have, leave them in the comments below. Or if there's anything that you think I didn't cover well enough, let's see if we can get a conversation going down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already for future videos like this. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you in the next video.